Thanks a lot, guys, for joining the webinar. I'm excited to be here. As Steve said, my name is Doug Dibert. I am the founder and creator of the video software platform called Magnify. I'm going to get into more about myself and kind of all that good stuff here shortly, but I wanted to give you a little bit about myself. So the presentation today is titled, Why Leveraging Video Testimonials, Video Email, and Expert Tip Videos Are Your 3 Keys to Growth in 2021 and Beyond. So a little bit about myself. So again, as I said, I am the founder and developer of 2 companies. One is called Crossing River Studios, where we produce video marketing content for companies nationwide and internationally. And then the video software platform, Magnify. So a little bit about my BNI background. I have been in the world of BNI since I started out. So I started my first company, Crossing River Studios, way back January 5th, 2005, when I took the leap of faith and went into business and bought way too much video production equipment right out of college, right? I thought I needed all the bells and whistles, and that was fun, right? Learning experience, we'll chalk that one up to, right? So, but back then, somebody invited me to join a BNI. And back then I was living up in Michigan near Toledo, Ohio. And I joined a chapter called the Northern Neighbors, which is now Elite Referral Partners. So I was with a BNI up there for many numbers of years. And then when moved to Florida, obviously I wanted to jump into BNI, obviously in this way, just to get to know people. Even though Magnify is entirely, obviously, an online company, but just plugging into the business network of here locally, meeting people, and just made tons of phenomenal connections, which I'm sure all you guys are doing as well. So that's a little bit about myself and my background. Been married to my beautiful wife, Jennifer, coming up on 17 years. We have 4 kids. Yes, we have 4 kiddos, ages 13, 10, 8, and 5. My youngest is getting ready to start kindergarten, which we are excited about, right? All 4 kids will be in school, right? But then all 4 kids will be in school. We're going to be, certified Uber drivers now. So let's get into the reason as why you are here.
Okay, hey Doug, if I could just jump in a sec before we start. Those of you, if you've got a question, please put it in the Q&A section so we can find it. It doesn't get lost in the chat. If you got comments, please put that right into the chat. All right, take it away, Doug.
All right, so let's get right into it, guys. I don't want to waste any more time. Let's do some learning here. So we're going to talk about 3 types of videos, right? And these 3 types of videos tie into building your social proof and creating connections, right? And consumers desire these 3 styles of videos. And it's because we live in a world right now where there is a lot of fake, misleading things out there, as we all know, unfortunately, right? So these 3 styles of videos are video testimonials, leveraging video email, and creating expert tip videos. These are 3 videos you want to start implementing into your marketing plan, right? So with the rise of this, let's face it, unreliable news, fake media, social media, all that kind of stuff, guess what? People's BS meters, right, are on high alert, right? We're looking at stuff and we're going, is this real? Is this truthful, right? That's in the back of everybody's minds, right? Written reviews are not all that you need. So written reviews started to lose its power. Google realized this way back in 2017. So back in 2017, they implemented a star rating system for every single written review. It used to be you had to have so many written reviews before you got the star rating, but they switched it to where you got your first review, you're automatically getting a star rating, right? Why? It's because they needed another way to rate and rank a business's performance, right, online, which back then it did help a little bit. But as we all know now, many written reviews are in fact fake, which sucks, right? And according to, I'm gonna move around here. So according to Bright Local, right, which is a research company, they've shown that they've done some research, done some polling, that 92% of 19 to 34-year-olds believe they have read a fake review in the past 12 months. 92%. That is ridiculously high, right? Again, where all of our BS meters are all on high alert, right? And according to FakeSpot, which is a company that analyzes and grades review content on Amazon, found that 61% of reviews just for the electronics division of Amazon alone are fake. That stinks, right? So how do we, right, how do we climb over this wall, right? How do we, as marketers, as business owners, salespeople, how do we begin to climb over that wall, right? First thing is creating and capturing video testimonials. Why? Because there is nothing more powerful than another human being on camera talking about how your product or your service made their life better, right? It blows a written review out of water to see another human being on camera looking at their smartphone, looking at their tablet or their computer with a webcam, and you're reading their body language. You're hearing the tone of their voice, right? You can't get that from a written review, right? Kind of impossible, right? So it's not just me saying that, right, guys? This is not just me saying that. The guy who owns a platform that automates and captures all this stuff, right? Forbes Communication Council called video testimonials the #1 most valuable form of marketing content you can create. So now that you know video testimonials, right? How do you begin to capture these and put this into practice? Well, I'm going to give you the steps, right? These 3 steps right here. And don't worry about having to write any of this down. We're going to give you the slides so you can download the slides. You have all this stuff, right? So just sit back and just absorb, right? So first is ask your #1 client. Everybody has, if you're in business, if you're in any sort of consumer role where you're doing business with somebody, everybody has their #1 client that loves you, that sings your praises everywhere you go. They may even be in your BNI group, which I hope so, right? So ask them for a video testimonial, right? Ask them first, hey, would you mind making me a video testimonial about working with me, right? Give them specifics to talk about, right? But ask your #1 clients right now. You probably think of that person right now. Take just a quick little moment. You're going to realize, okay, you know, yeah, I could ask that person for a quick video testimonial, right? Next is give them a little thank you for taking the time to make you a video testimonial, right? Incentivize a little bit. This might be a little bit controversial, right? But you're thanking them for taking the time out of their busy day to record a video testimonial about your experience working with them, right? Working with you. Next, this is a key one, is give them a timeline in which to get that video testimonial back to you. When you ask them, hey, happy customer, would you mind making me a quick video testimonial about working with me? Don't say, just get it back to me when it's convenient for you, right? Because they're going to go, oh yeah, sure, I'll definitely get to that. Absolutely. I love you. It's fantastic. I'll get it to you. They may have best intentions to get back and give you that video testimonial, but they won't ever do it. You got to give people a deadline. So say, hey, would you mind getting it back to me within this date, even this time? If you can get to me on this day before 2 o'clock, I would really appreciate it, because we want to put that on social media, and that's when our social media channels are most active. We would love to put it on there. Would that work for you? Does that sound fair? You know, ask them that question. They're going to go, yeah, that sounds fair. I could do that, right? Cool. So those are the three keys. #1, customer. Give them a special little thank you gift, right? Just for taking the time, right? Get them a little coffee gift certificate. Give them a gift certificate to their favorite little coffee house or their favorite coffee restaurant, right? And then give them a timeline. Next is video email. Video email, I call it the great email inbox disruptor. Why? Because email, okay, let's go back to even before leveraging video, right? Email is still one of the best ROIs out there for return on investment, right? Email marketing is still one of the best, right? So just Google email ROI stats, you're gonna get tons of video stats on regular email, right? Throw video into that mix, now you got a recipe for success, right? So again, as I said, video email is the great email inbox disruptor, right? It's kind of like a digital door knock, right? Personally, I think it's like a little bit of a digital door knock, right? When you're knocking on somebody's door, right? You're typically there, right? At the door, right? Even your doorbells have a video camera on them, right? Most of them do, right? Nowadays, right? So it's like a little digital door knock. So it helps you stand out in that crowded inbox, right? So video email in of itself is a little bit of an art form, right? To send a video email, but it's a little bit of a pipeline, right? So sending a personalized recorded video message to a prospect or to a client makes them feel special, right? It stops them in their checking email frenzy of checking emails and deleting emails, and they see a animated GIF, right, of you waving to them, right? We're going to talk about that, right, with a video email, right? Because with video email, right, here's 4 actionable tips, right? But with video email, our platform, when you record a video email message, we're not physically sending a video file, right? Because most email clients won't accept them because they're either too big or they'll be thrown into spam, right? So what we do is we take the first 3 seconds of your recorded video and make an animated GIF out of it. And when you send that email message off, what's in the body of that email is an animated GIF for the first 3 seconds and a play button, right? So it looks and feels like a video, right? When they click it, then it takes to the page to where you have that video message, right? So here are 4 actionable tips for awesome video email engagement. So first thing you want to do is you want to use the word video, right? And get yourself a little play button emoji and pop that into subject line. So play button emoji, video, put little brackets on it, right? That video email, and then for that person's name. Because studies have shown, people love seeing video in the subject line. It gets great click-through rates, right? And the next thing people love to see, little playful emoji, but it's their name, right? Seeing their name in there, it's going to get those really great open rates, right? The next thing you want to do is when you're getting ready to record your video email, right? And we got detailed tutorials on Magnify and about all this kind of stuff, but I want to show you guys this. You got to get yourself a little whiteboard, right? This is my little whiteboard I got from Amazon, 14 bucks, right? Little comment bubble. I'm telling you right now, every time I show this to somebody, they're like, where did you get that at? I got to get it. Just search whiteboard comment bubble on Amazon, 14 bucks. If you're new to video email, order it. It's worth it. So when you record your video, you smile and wave, right? Hey, Doug, I just made you this quick video email message. Great Zooming with you today, right? On Zoom. Here are the next steps for spending a lot of money with me, right? Click this link below and send me, pay me, or you can call me, all that kind of stuff, right? So, and then also when you're teeing up that video email, you want to write a note that gets them to engage with that video email message. Don't write them a big, long, regular email, right? That you want to get them to play that video because that is where the magic happens, especially if you're on a sales team and you're doing prospecting. Holy cow, I was going to go off on a tangent there about a success the sales team just had. We got feedback on. It was really cool, but I'll save it maybe for later. So, and then in that video message, tell them what to do next, right? When you record that video, give them an actionable step to take. Don't just say, hey, thanks for watching my video, right? So, hey, go click this link below because in video email, you can, within our video email anyway, you can drop links in there. They can click a link and send them to any page you want them to go to, right? Check out this blog, or if you're in a home services industry, click here to pay, right? You can add all that stuff to video email. It's all about personalization. So next is creating expert tip videos, right? Everybody's looking to do business with the best, right? And so how do you position yourself as the best? It's called creating expert tip videos that position you as the thought leader and as the expert, the go-to person in your area, right? So start creating video content where you talk about specific things within your industry or specific problems that you solve. Basic information. This isn't like super complex stuff, right? It's the simple fact that you are on camera in front of everybody talking about your industry that begins to position you as that thought leader and as that expert, right? Those videos right now are working unbelievably well on LinkedIn. If you are not on LinkedIn, I'm on LinkedIn. Connect with me. I'm super active on LinkedIn because LinkedIn is a phenomenal place to network and meet other people, right? A lot of people think LinkedIn is only for people looking for jobs. Absolutely not. That is, people are looking for jobs, right? But LinkedIn is a phenomenal networking tool. I've actually had to stop dropping so much video content on LinkedIn because I've gotten so much leads off of LinkedIn. It's crazy, right? So plus, again, it's never been easier to capture the title of your local expert, right? Because I can guarantee you probably don't know somebody in your sphere that's creating consistent video content, right? Because they don't have a Magnify account, right? Making simple videos. Just saying, I had to drop that in there, right? Gotta get a little cocky every once in a while, right? So, and the reason why I bring up LinkedIn, I gotta give you the stats, right? These are some phenomenal stats. So LinkedIn, this is all stats you can find online, right? So LinkedIn has over 500 million users. I think just from this, I think they're up to like 800 million now since COVID, right? 260 million of these people log in on a monthly basis, right? 40% are accessing it on a daily basis. 3 million people, users, are sharing content weekly, which is less than 1%. Most of those people are they're just thumb scrollers, right? They're just consumers of content, right? And video is the #1 food of social media. Why? And this is not even on the slideshow. I'm gonna tell you the dirty little secret of social media and video. So the reason why social media loves video, especially LinkedIn's video platform, is still in its very early stages. They just launched it, I believe, back in 2018, maybe 2019. I can't remember. I beta tested their video platform for them before it went live. So video has been found, social media has found that video keeps people on their platforms longer, right? And when you're on their platform longer, guess what the chances of you doing greatly increases? You clicking an ad, right? That's when those social media companies make the most. So when you're feeding LinkedIn and Facebook video content, I'm going to stick into the LinkedIn wheelhouse because LinkedIn right now is starved for video content. You start dropping 1 to 2 videos a week, expert tip videos a week, you're going to get phenomenal engagement and you're going to get direct messages, right? Because when you start dropping content, you may see that maybe 80 or 100 people watched your video, right? Most people are kind of getting those stats, right? And they go, well, that kind of sucks. 80 to 100 people? That's not that big of a deal. Well, guess what? Most people pay a lot of money to get the attention of 80 to 100 people in a room, right? Think of it that way. Those are 80 to 100 people who took at minimum 3 seconds to engage with your content. That's how LinkedIn goes by, 3 seconds. So I'm gonna check my time here. Okay, cool. 12:19. We're doing good out of time. I can kind of get talking about this stuff and just forget the time. So Steve, keep me in check, man. Keep me in check. So here are
you're doing great.
Okay, good. So here are the 4 actionable steps, right, to easily creating expert tip videos, right? So first is, again, as I said before, start with the basics. Stuff that you think is, oh, everybody knows that, right? Everybody knows the information, right? Let me tell you, how many people I tell them that YouTube is the #2 search engine in the world, and I tell them that YouTube is owned by Google. You know how many people go like, what? Are you for real? I didn't know that, right? But to me, that's basic information, right? So think of information, basic information. Make a quick 60-second video, right, about that information. So first thing you want to do is you want to sit down and create a list of 20 videos you can make right now, right? Those first 10, they're going to be probably really easy, right? So start thinking of topics, right? Those first 20 topics out, right? Set aside 2 hours, 2 hours, that's it, at the beginning of each month and make those videos, right? So make at least 6 videos, right? So that way you can drop 1 to 2 videos a week on your social media following, right? Again, I'm gonna say LinkedIn, right? Where most people are in the B2B, even B2C is awesome on LinkedIn, right? And Facebook's very much pay to play. Facebook's great too, but LinkedIn is starved for video content. Every time somebody logs into LinkedIn, they go like, Doug, I feel like I see all your stuff on LinkedIn. Every time I get on LinkedIn, I see you. I'm like, that's by design, right? So again, as I said, tip number 4, drip those out once or twice a week on your chosen social media platform, right? Because not everybody's on LinkedIn, right? So you got your all your other social media channels out that work best for you, right? And then also, I did not add this to this slide, but you want to start populating video content on YouTube. YouTube, as I said, the #2 search engine in the world. So you want, if you're a business owner, right, or you're a marketing person, establish that YouTube channel. It is the #2 search engine in the world. And I believe 93%, last I checked, 93% of searches now on Google have the 3 video carousel. So if you want to claim that, especially locally, right, especially if you keyword optimize that video, do some video SEO locally. And by the way, we're launching a brand new website here with Magnify, and we're actually creating a course called the Certified Video Marketer course, where we actually show you, I teach you how to find and curate content that people are actually wanting to know information about, how to optimize the YouTube channel and do video SEO for yourself, for the company, or even for yourself to even sell video marketing. So, but that's kind of on a side note. So that's it, guys. So that is the webinar. I think we did really good on time. 12:22. We did pretty good on time, I think. So
that's crazy talk. I thought we were going to go for 35 minutes. That's excellent.
So let's open it up to some Q&A. Steve, I'll let you.
All right.
I'll let you tee it up, sir.
Okay, so let's see. Well, first off, a few people are asking, how do I download the slides? So I was going to put them in the chat, and then I realized this is not a Zoom meeting. This is a Zoom webinar, and Zoom webinars do not allow you to do that. So once this webinar ends, I will get the link for this video. I'll upload it to YouTube, and I will email everyone who's on today a copy of the slides. So you'll have it all probably by 2 o'clock.
There you go.
All right, so first question. Do you find others have the ability to record a video testimony, or would you offer to help record it?
So that's a really good question, and kind of a loaded question. It's a great question because I love it, because with our platform, with Magnify, we make it ridiculously easy for them to record it off their smartphone, tablet, or computer with the webcam. If you were to not use, obviously, our technology, it can be a little cumbersome because they'd have to record it and then send it to you. But when you send a video message in a text message, it actually downgrades the quality. So if you want to keep the quality high, they'd have to like upload it to like a Dropbox or a box so you can actually get the original video file. So it's a little bit, so for that fact, it's a little bit complicated and a little bit cumbersome to do. So, but I'm glad you asked the question, right? Because then you make us look really good, right? You send somebody a request for a video testimonial, they click a button, they record their video, play it back to make sure they like it. Once they're happy, they click submit, and they go throughout their day. We take care of the rest.
Great. So Alex asks, do we give questions for clients to answer in the video testimonial? Most of the testimonials he gets are very brief.
Yeah, yep. So the average, I don't know how brief yours are, but from the thousands of video testimonials we get, the average record time is between 35 and 45 seconds, right? For a typical video testimonial, right? So we actually have, so to answer your question about questions, we actually have a function within Magnify called Capture a Story Video, where you can send 3 questions to a happy customer. They can record each answer up to 30 seconds in length, and the platform will produce the video for you. With your logo will come up with a little stylized zoom animation. The first question will fade up in text form, right? And then fades out and boom, brings up your happy customer on camera answering that question. So if they say, because typically when you ask somebody for a video testimonial, they're going to say one of 2 things. They're going to say, what do you want me to talk about? Right? And it's not that you're going to script it for them, right? You're not writing them a script, right? It's because they have to hold up their phone or they're looking at you and making a video testimonial. And that way they don't go, it was cool. I liked working with you, right? You give them with a Magnify, you can give them a short little note to read, right? Or the second thing they'll say is, can you send me the questions? So you're on the right track. So you can just give them a little note on what to talk about, or send them 3 questions if you choose to use, obviously, the Magnify platform. I love these questions, Steve. These are like feeding right in, man.
I'm glad, because there's a lot more.
All right, let's keep it coming.
Let's see. Next question. Fred says he's been bombarded with people reaching out directly via messages on LinkedIn. It's kind of been a turnoff for him. Is it effective, or do you suggest posting these videos only in your feed?
Post them in your feed. Yeah. So, I mean, you're 100% correct. So there's definitely been a rise in automation bots. People do like LinkedIn automated prospecting. The good ones that have the automated prospecting, you don't know that it's a bot, right? But unfortunately, there's a lot of bots out there, right? A reason why I know that for myself is like when I get a bot message, like for my first time, I put Doug Dibert Jr. in there. Then my last name is Dash Video Marketing. So every time I get an automated bot one, like, hey, Doug Dibert Jr., I saw you come up. I'm like, you're not going to say that in a regular message. Just ignore those people. But to answer your question, yes, absolutely. You want to drop those videos on your feed. That's when you're going to get some great engagement. And which you'll get those plays between 50 to 150, right? The rule with LinkedIn is 2 hours, right? If you can get people commenting and liking and sharing your video within 2 hours, you're gonna get really phenomenal engagement, right? But even I said it before, even getting 80 to 100 plays is huge. But what you're going to see happen is you're going to get direct messages of people wanting more information. People typically won't put on the comment, yeah, I'd love to do business with you. Let's connect up. They'll direct message you. So yes, absolutely. Drop those videos in your newsfeed.
I have to tell you, Doug and I talked about this over a month ago when we first talked about doing this webinar, and you mentioned to me that 1% LinkedIn content thing, and I mentioned it to a friend of mine, Maxine, who is one of our launch directors, and she started posting a ton, and now I see her stuff all the time.
LinkedIn is content starved, so especially video. Videos, and it's the #1 food of social media. It's like their chocolate, right? I got a bag of Hershey's chocolate over there. I just had a couple before I hopped on, but it's like their chocolate, right? You feed them what they want, and they're gonna hook you up, right? They're gonna give you those eyeballs.
Yep. All right, Jenny. Hey, I know you, Jenny. Asks,
hey, Jenny.
What guidelines do you suggest for the length of video for the testimonials?
So with Magnify, we actually gate it to 50 seconds, right? So with a video testimonial, with a talking head, you want to keep it to 50 seconds or less. You can get a little bit longer. Within Magnify, we have the ability to record it up to 90-second video. We call it create a branded video. But typically you want to keep it around or under a minute, right? It's enough for somebody to watch that video, quickly get that validation that these people are legit. And as I said before, the average record time is between 35 and 45 seconds normally. So it's very rare we have somebody actually go over. So even within the platform, once they get close to that 50 seconds, we actually blink at them 0, 0, 0, because we count them down, right? And then stop, right? And then people typically are more than wrapped up beforehand. So.
Yeah, I agree. We see in our chapters, people giving meaningful testimonials in 20 to 30 seconds.
Yep.
So that's really all you need.
Yeah, that's really all you need. Yeah, because I mean, again, it's that validation that you made another person's life better with how you serve them. That's the power of a video testimonial.
So Jessica's got a great question, and that is it
right,
okay to post? Shall we post the same video on every platform, or should we mix it up?
For a video testimonial, yes, you can absolutely do that, right? Because video testimonials are universal, right? It's another human being on camera, right? So post those across all your social media channels, absolutely.
And does that also apply if you're just going to talk about a product or service that you offer?
So if your social media channels are targeted to your audience, absolutely, right? So every business needs a YouTube channel, right? So get a YouTube channel, because YouTube is like Google 2.0, right? And a lot of businesses have yet to claim their local listing, right? So when you start populating video content, and here's a quick video SEO key, right? Write the name of your service, right? Let's say, for example, you're a pediatric chiropractor, right? So type in the words video, it's pediatric chiropractor, city and state within the title of your video, right? And also in your description, right? So that way you begin to claim that local area for video SEO for your YouTube channel.
Wow, that's something I did not know, and that's great advice. I love that. Okay, what's the best way to repurpose your videos on other platforms? Same video, different message. Do you have an example of something that you could share?
So to repurpose your video on multiple, like using the same video on different platforms?
Same video with a different message though, like maybe the same idea. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm trying to follow the question.
Yeah, I mean, basically what we're saying here is let's say if I'm a copywriter, I may have a message about, writing for websites, but I may talk about blogs on one, and I might talk about web content on another.
You're talking about like different videos then.
Yeah.
You create a different video. So you just create a different individual video for those industry specific social media channels that you want to talk, what topic you want to talk about for that specific channel. Because I was trying to think of like, well, if you're repurposing, you have to completely re-edit the video, which is going to make a different video for each social media channel anyway. But here's the kicker is too. If you want to post the same video that you posted one month, the following month, just to kind of feed the algorithm, guess what? You can do that because not 100% of your following is seeing that video. A brand new bunch of people could see your video content. So I start to repurpose my content around probably every quarter. Like I'll cherry pick some really good ones. They got really good engagement, and then I'll throw it into the to the cycle. My marketing person throws it into the social media cycle anyway. But yeah, you can definitely repurpose content, because again, not everybody's, not 100% of your following is seeing your video content.
Here's one that comes up a lot, and that's, do you have suggestions for the best time of day or day of the week to post?
So that is definitely dependent upon your industry, right? So if your consumer is typically engaging with your product or service after work hours, right? You're not going to want to drop a social media post on, first thing in the morning, right? Because they're at work, right? So it really is, it's very industry specific. So you just got to figure out what social media channel that your people are hanging out on, and what type of day they're typically hopping on to check social media, right? So you might want to post content around lunchtime, right? When people are getting ready to eat lunch and they hop on their phones, they want to do a little, they want to check their social media, right? Or again, if they're after work, right? So say if you're a restaurant, right? It's getting ready dinner's getting ready to come around the corner. You want to post a social media post about your dinner specials around 4:30, right?
All right, so we got a lot here. Okay, here's a nonprofit in Pasco County, Florida.
All right.
Are there any tips specific to nonprofits making expert tip videos?
So for a nonprofit, a great videos that you want to make are updates to what's going on in the nonprofit, right? Because I've done some one-on-one consulting with some nonprofits, and those are the best kind of videos to make, right? Because you're showing how those donor dollars are being put to work every single day. So start making update videos, right? And post them on social media. Again, I'm gonna plug LinkedIn, and because business people donate too, right? So start dropping video content on what's going on, what's the latest update, right? And then use video testimonials to tell the stories of the people's lives that you're making better, right?
Rick asks about financial planners. He says it's my understanding that they're either they're either not permitted to use testimonials or not need to include disclosures. So is it still worth doing?
So expert tip videos, right? You could still create those videos, right? But you definitely want to get those videos checked by the powers that be, right? That's going to give you that official stamp. You could still make those, which again, I highly recommend doing, because guess what? Everybody's thinking the same thing you are. They're going, I got to go through all the work to do this. But guess what? If you're the only person dropping consistent videos, you may have to go through the process of getting them checked out, right? And getting that stamp of approval, but you're doing it and nobody else is, right? So if it were me, I would go through it, create a bunch of videos pre-approved by your people, right? To say, hey, here's the 20 videos I want to make. I'm going to make these videos, and then you can even give them access to your Magnify account and say, here's my login, here's my password, and check these videos out to make sure they're good.
Great.
Don't let the amount of hoops you have to jump through keep you held back from really taking advantage of something that not a lot of people in your industry are doing because of the regulation.
Okay, Lindsay says, what's the best or cheapest method to record so the text isn't backwards?
Oh, so that's actually a setting on your phone. So and I unfortunately I can't direct you to how to actually do that, but it's essentially it's a little button you're gonna have to click that's gonna flip the imagery in your video, right? So oh shoot, I know
I don't know if it's called mirroring or what, but that's how.
Yeah, yep. I was trying to think of the exact. It's something with mirroring, right? So just search reversal mirroring in the name of your phone, flip, and somebody's probably made a YouTube video about how to fix it.
Great. All right, we've got a question from Stella. Everyone remembers Stella. She's the one
Stella.
that amazing book and taught us how to sleep better and eat better on a webinar a few months ago. So Stella asked, how do you feature the testimonials? I have 8 video testimonials, but don't really know how to make sure people see them. And they are often a bit long. What do you suggest?
How long? So I was asking how long her videos are.
Yeah.
If your videos are longer, say they're, I'm just going to pull a number out thinner. Say they're 5 minutes, which is way too long, right? Think of that 5 minutes as a story, right? They probably told the beginning, the middle, what happened, and then the end result, right? As much as I hate to say it, hire yourself an editor, right? And break up that long video into shorter videos. Put those videos on a landing page on your website for that specific product or service that you're kind of talking about, and title each video, right? That way people can consume your videos in little video snacks, right? So to answer your question about displaying your videos, you can do that one of 2 ways. First is popping a website, getting a web page, and it said, see our latest video reviews or latest video testimonials. Within Magnify, we actually give you your own video review page to showcase all your videos you've approved to date and your top 3 favorites. So we kind of solved that problem for you without having to hire a web designer. But I think your longer ones would be really cool to break up into a story sequence, right? Break them out. You know, if they're 5 minutes, you got a 5-minute video testimonial, do a minute each, right? And break it up and title it. That way people can consume it and quickly, consume your video. And then if they want to keep kind of going down your pipeline, right? They can kind of go down your video sales pipeline.
Great. Okay. Shabir asks, do videos with cardboards and words written on them with no talk, do those things work?
Absolutely. Yeah. So I'm not here to say that expert tip videos, video testimonials are like the only things you should make, right? You need to make them, right? But you want to make a cardboard video where you're holding up signs and you're doing stuff like that. That's creative stuff. But obviously that takes more production value and time to put together. So there's absolutely room for video content like that, right? So my first company, we shot story style documentary videos for clients, right? Back in the day, and the Cross River still is obviously going strong. But we that's the kind of style we did, different styles of videos all the time. So yeah, absolutely go for it.
Okay, Brian asks, how do you measure who watched the video and how do you get them to call you and email you to meet with?
Yes. So couple different things to do. So within YouTube, right? If you upload your video to YouTube, YouTube does give you some phenomenal stats, right? And how far they made it into your video, how people found your video, all that kind of good stuff, right? So you can leverage YouTube. It's there and it's free, right? Or let's say you made like a branded video, a really nice video, right? Within our platform, then Magnify, you can actually send a video email, upload your video and send it in a video email. And with our video email, you're going to know when they open it up, how many times they play it, and we're going to email you a notification the exact moment they play your video. So, and we're actually adding on even more stats for us. We're adding on percentage of video email and the click call to action links within your video email as well. So to answer your question, use video email, right? Send a video, upload your video in a video email. And then also get those videos up on YouTube because you're going to get all those really great stats for free.
Great. So John is correcting or giving a comment on the financial planners. I'm assuming as one. Says financial planners typically can have testimonials because that would identify a client and diminish confidentiality.
Yep.
So proceed carefully.
Yeah, it's exactly right. Yeah, proceed definitely carefully because I think I had a financial consultant friend of mine, and when they get those videos, right, just that to be careful not to talk about money, essentially, right? They talk about you as a person, right, as a financial advisor, right, which is what you want them to talk about anyways, right? Talking about, when somebody's looking for a financial planner, they're looking for somebody they can trust, right? Yeah, delivering the results is a bonus, right? Which is it's important, but first step you got to go over that wall. Remember, you got to build that trust first to get that new client. So yeah, if you can get video testimonials from your happy customers to say, hey, look, just talk about how cool I am as a person. Don't talk about any do re mi.
Okay, Jeremy asks, when you record a video, would you recommend keeping the background real or using different green screen backgrounds?
So that's a really great question. Depends on the topic of your video. I lean more toward keep it real, right? Like this background here, this is actually fabric, right? So I bought a background, right? So there's my fancy background, right? So this is a little bit of a fake background, but this is for me doing Zooms and webinars and all that kind of stuff, right? But number one, if you can make a video and the background it matches the topic in which you're talking about, highly recommend keeping it real.
Okay. Brad asks, do you recommend using testimonial or advocate videos for paid YouTube ads, or should the content be something different?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, yep, absolutely. You could use video testimonials for paid YouTube ads for the pre-roll. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, and by the way, here's a fun side note on YouTube targeted ads. So if you have a competitor, right? You didn't get this from me, right? If you got a competitor and they have a YouTube channel and they have not turned off monetization ads, you could tell YouTube, hey, you know what? I want my ads to play on this YouTube channel. So you could target your competitors with your video testimonials, talking about how great you are before their video plays. So with the course I'm getting ready to drop out, I show you how to turn those off. That way your competitors can't hijack your YouTube channel.
All right. We are almost out of time. There's still more questions. We're not going to get to all of them, but very quickly.
Well, hit me up on LinkedIn. If you don't get your question answered, hit me up on LinkedIn. Absolutely.
Great. What do you think about blogs, vlogs versus videos? Yeah.
What do I think about vlogs?
So blogs and vlogs.
Gotcha. Yep. So vlog is typically like obviously a longer form video, right? So vlogs are fantastic, right? Make those vlogs, but the drop those out on social media, pull little nuggets, right? Some really, really cool nuggets out of that vlog and plop those on social media. And in your social media post, say, you want to watch more of this video? Click here to check out the full video.
Great. All right. So now I got 2 questions on editing.
Yep.
1, can you add captions easily to your video? And 2, can you suggest some free editing tools?
Oh gosh, there's so many editing tools out there. It's crazy. So, captions. So we at Magnify, we're actually working on the ability to add captions to all of our videos, but it's a massive undertaking. So we're in the process of doing that ourselves. But there are services out there that will add on captions to your videos. Will kind of bake them into your video itself. So just do a search on that. There's a ton of companies out there that recommend a specific one. I don't know if I'd really recommend a specific one. Back when I was running my agency, we actually partnered with a person we found on, there's a website called Fiverr.com. And we partnered with somebody to do all of our captions for us. So captions are definitely, are nice for videos, right? So when people are watching a video in silent, right? So captions are definitely nice. Online editor, depending on the industry that you're in, I wouldn't waste your time editing video, right? Your time is better served serving your customers, right? So that's kind of when we made the Magnify platform, we automate the producing process, right? So when you create a video on the platform, excuse me, we actually take your video, we add your logo to it, stylize it with a little bit of zoom animation. You can pick your music, call to action, and then your logo. So it's totally produced end to end without you having to do a thing. So if you're wanting to add some basic stuff like that, Magnify does that all for you. But my recommendation is if you're going to create a higher end videos, don't waste your time on editing software and learning it, because here's what's going to happen. You're going to get excited about it for like that first little bit, right? Oh yeah, I'm going to make 1 million videos, right? And you're going to get into it and you're going to get pissed off at the software. You're going to give it up and walk away, right? So that's why I said, write that list of 20 videos, right? And just make those video pieces, right? And if you so choose to, you can upload those to Magnify, and Magnify will produce them for you. So.
All right. Well, Doug, thank you so much for sharing this information. People in the chat went crazy saying thanks so much for everything that you taught today.
Thank you for checking in and spending your time when you could be doing other things. So I really appreciate it. And if you're watching this on the playback, thanks for watching on the playback. So yeah, if you didn't get your question answered, drop me a message on LinkedIn, and then I will do my best to get back to you with that answer as quick as I can. So.
Yep. So what we're going to do is once this thing archives itself into Zoom, we'll upload it to YouTube. We'll send you the link to the YouTube to watch it again, and we'll keep all the questions in for someone to ask if we're going to keep the Q&A in the video. Right. Absolutely. And we'll also put in the slides so you can get those and download those as well.
Absolutely. Thanks so much, Steve, for allowing me to jump on. Thanks for everybody for watching.
All right. So take care, everybody. We will see you next week. Give yourselves a CEU and have a great weekend.
Yep. Bye, everyone.
All right. See you.